Hi guys, my name is Anna and I'm into the binary options trading. That's a little bit windy because I'm in Dubai Resort and I'm at the Lamborghini. So guys, if you want to know more, if you want to get more results, profits, knowledges, you can just proceed to my Telegram link, to my Telegram channel where I post 12 signals per day and you can use it and get the same. And we are risking. Ooh, look at this one. This is the crazy one. Hi guys, here's me, Anna. Of course, just got back in all of these moods to finish the year. I don't know, maybe this video is gonna be uploaded in the beginning of the year, but I am this mode, just getting completely exhausted, but going back to be my favorite place to be and finish the year feeling like I made it. I made it done at a maximum. And this is us getting back, of course, right here, right now, 365. Why 60? 40? But actually it doesn't matter. You know, my dad, he used to say when I was a kid, he was inventing, some funny names for me. And when you were a kid, sometimes you just like, oh, Dad, why do you call me like that? Oh, and he was like, what's the difference, huh? Because you can understand that I'm calling you, so I can use any word or any name. And calling you because you know that I'm calling exactly and only you. So that's just the same. It doesn't matter how much I said, it only matters how much we have. That's deep. That's deep if you think about that. That's truly deep. And right there we are with the moving average, MACD, and the fractal chaos bands. Then we are with the assets, currencies, cryptocurrencies, with the biggest payout. So I think it's gonna be nice. I believe it's gonna be nice, especially with the 15-second candles. I don't expect any problems. Okay, we can see that right there we are in the mood of getting upward and we're going with the bad. Thing is that MACD is showing us some orange candles and it seems like we're going to be going downward a little bit because of this orange candles. But I truly believe that the big tendency right there is to go upward. That's the reasonable question. Why do we have these orange candles if the big tendency is to go upward? That's the good one, but we do have MACD with a kind of small period. 6 is kind of small, but anyway, everything can change. How about the moving average? It is just showing us what's already going on. Then we're going with the fractal chaos bands, and you can see that we are kind of at the lowest low, but we do have a lot of space to go upward. And I mean, of course, the MACD is going to be the one and only best indicator right there. But sometimes we need to be quite careful with that. Because having only one indicator below chart, even if that is MACD, is a little bit not enough. And we are risking even with that combination. Let's go for the next one. What is that? What is that? I think we will go downward. We're still going downward, and you can see that we may expect some changing, but I think that's going to be an easy one. Now you see that with the fractal chaos. So we have the flat line being in the upper part, and we have a lot of the space being in the lower part. Let us see it. And still, it's somewhere in between. We are just switching the candles, but we are likely going downward. I mean, the whole tendency, the big tendency right there is to go downward, and that was kind of obvious, but that was a little bit risky in the middle. Okay. Ooh, look at this one. We're gonna be going to the bigger sum and then going for the bad. I mean, I hate it because it seems like I'm getting just vice versa with the MACD, which I love and compliment a lot. Maybe the fractal chaos or just the intuition giving me that vibe that it's going to be still the continuing of this upward trend. Oh, you can see that the MACD actually, this is the crazy one. And I mean, in all of the cases, in most of the cases, I would go for the downward one because this is the highest point, the orange candles from MACD. And this is way enough to have it as a great predictor. But you can see that with the fractal chaos maybe located that flat, and when the chart is completely out, also we can think, okay, that it's going to be coming back, that it's going to be just like that, but we need to get it adjusted. So if you want to check the fractal chaos bands and get information if they're going to be changed or not, you will see that the actually fractal chaos bands getting adjusted. It's, oh, you can see now it is changing. And look at that, that was the crazy one. Oh, once again, the big rising, the touching, this is the third stuff from MACD. And I'm still going for the upward one. Flat, and the risk, there is the risk because I don't have guarantees that all the same things are going to be keeping up in a minute. And if you're going to be talking again about the fractal chaos bands that can move kind of fast. So we may trust MACD more, but with the fractal chaos, it's not working like immediately, you know, and second, and just the second after everything is changing. No, not at all. But it is quite fast. And right there, I still was expecting the upward trend. That's going to be that's the rocket to the sky. And if I'm being honest, we don't have such a good predictors to show us that. So MACD is okay, but we need something more. We need something just to be in pair with this indicator, and you can feel it. You can just feel it right there. That's it. That's us getting a profit. And you can see it. Of course, the changing is happening. The question is, wow, when? Look at this, fractal chaos bands getting bigger, bigger, and bigger, and bigger. But I think we're going to be rising here. I can trust MACD, and I want to breathe a little bit, so let's wait for the result, but I think it's going to be all fine. Look, let's check it. And 10 seconds, and look at this. It started. That's okay. That's what we've been actually waiting for, because the highest point right there, and we're starting and going with the opposite trend and with the normal orange candles of the MACD and orange candles on the chart. So I was promising, I actually made a promise that it's going to be no problematic and that it's going to be a nice one, but I would recommend to add something more, even maybe the Bell's power or the Bear's power. It's going to be helpful here. CCI, stochastic oscillator, for sure. That's going to be real help. Oh, that's it. I want it to be bigger and better and stronger and brighter. But if I'm being honest and repeating that once again, and I hope all of this video just prove me right, you cannot count only on the MACD, even if it's the best indicator and you can hear that from the every laptop that you are actually checking. No, we need something more, because the chart is way more complicated than only one indicator could be, and we need to be more safe, because when we are safe, we are more calm and we're making decisions way better.